This is a clip from the hashtag Han and Suraya Personal Finance ChitChat organized by Bank Negara Malaysia and Financial Education Network. Basically, Han and I answered questions we received from the audience. You can find the full clip in the description box. Enjoy!
This is an interesting one. Should be relevant for many people. What's the most reliable way for me to pay off my credit card debt? And the reason why this person is asking is they've accumulated a lot of balance across a few credit cards, and they're barely staying afloat by just paying the minimum payment. So what's the best way to just handle that?
Okay, there's this one huge US-based financial guru. His name is Dave Ramsey. He's problematic for a lot of things, but one thing that he does share very well is methods of paying off debt. There are a few actually. Because this one is come from US. There's a snowball method, there's the avalanche method, and something that I've know recently is the snowstorm blizzard method. So go look up all of these natural calamities and see which one fits you. Yeah. But generally speaking, most people find a lot of motivation to keep track with their debt paying schedule when they do the snowball method. So I don't want to expand too much about what it is. It's something that can find online. Just Google snowball method and see if it works for you.
Okay, no, I'm familiar with all those calamities as well. But I mean, for me, I tend to side more with the avalanche method, which is less of a mental thing. It's more of an actual numbers thing. For example, you pay off the most expensive ones first. So easy one. You're struggling to pay off all your credit cards. You're paying the minimum across all. You have a little bit of money. What do? Do you just raise the minimum payment across? I wouldn't do that. I'll use the avalanche method, which is pay the expensive one first, right? If something is at 18% versus 12%, pay the 18 one first. Why? Because this is cheaper technically, right? So that's one way. The second way is why not consolidate all that credit card debt into one bigger but hopefully cheaper loan, right? And that the same minimum payment that you make can be used towards paying down that loan rather than staying afloat at 12 to 15 to 18% interest. Loans today that do that kind of consolidation are in the single-digit category in terms of interest rates. So somewhere between 4 to 8% right now, depending on who you are. That itself is lower than a credit card, right? So you can save some money and still start paying off your loans that way. So that's kind of how I would look at it.
This is one of the services that AKPK offers, right?
It is.
For some people.
It is. Yeah. It is. But you don't have to go to AKPK to do that. Yeah. So AKPK is where you go if you have no else to turn to. The first thing to do is you already have credit cards, right? Which means you already speak to your bank every month by way of paying them, right? So why not speak to them while you're paying them, saying, "Hey, look, I'm paying you, you, and you. Can any of the three of you, or is it few credit cards, right? Any of the few of you offer me a loan which allows me to pay this off at a much lower rate? Give it to me." Otherwise, I'm going to the next bank, which I also have a relationship with.
Wow,
right? And
very garang, I love it.
And you start doing that, and just start chopping down your interest rates, right? Go from 12 to 15 to 4 to 8, right? And immediately that gives you a sense. I mean, just to give you a sense, if you can save 10% a year of 10,000 ringgit, that's 1,000 ringgit extra, which is either in your pocket or used to pay down those loans, right? So for me, that's a nice, easy one.
Follow what he says. Next one.